Hey, this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. All thanks to Kali Ma. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. I can help you with anything. And if you would like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video, and this is about the month of February 2024. So this whole month is going to be about leadership, government, the things that are transforming within those subjects, and also celebrities and the ultra rich. Now, we start off with February 1st. We have Mercury, which will be going into Capricorn. So there'll be major communication and analyzation that starts within the government in relation to health matters, employment, challenges and obstacles, war, the national debt, the police, and there could also be possible government strikes. Then on February 3rd, Jupiter goes into Bharani Nakshatra, and that will be until April 16th. April 16th, it'll enter Kritika. Now, that means that there's going to be major transformations in the matters of philosophy, religion, capitalism, legislation, the national revenue. We're going to be looking at these things all month and until April. Foreign lands, things are transforming there, and also banks, pension, tax collection, and people of rich and high status, abundance, people in government, sales, foreign trade in foreign countries, and these issues can turn aggressive in the matters of war, politics, diplomats, export, shipping. Also, Jupiter rules publishers and writers for publication. These will be changing, perhaps in the entertainment industry, but I also see this happening as in new laws to do with AI, creating art with AI. Also, law and science as well will be transforming. This Jupiter transit will help us to cut off all of our attachments and free us from fear and from ego. This is represented by Kali Ma, here to transform us from death to rebirth. Its nature is to destroy. So sudden, unexpected events will happen. Ultimately, it's for your own good in the long run. If you have any unhealthy attachments at this time, they can be taken away to show you what your true fears are. Some deaths may occur. Major events around women and children will pop up. Also, relationships and partnerships. Whatever has been brewing in the subtle planes will now have energy to manifest into physical reality, just like a mother finally giving birth to a child. The birthing process can be difficult for some, sometimes dangerous and painful, but it's a necessary part of life that brings us the ultimate joy and brings us something beautiful into this world. Now, the government will try to hide many things this month as Bharani gets its power from secrecy, what's taboo and what's hidden from the masses. There's two events, there's the Grammys and there's a Super Bowl as well. So you will definitely be seeing these taboo events and these secret occult matters that will be happening right in front of us. Now, what's hidden can include matters of finance, banks, foreign affairs, some things that may be outed and cause mass anger towards the government as Mars enters Capricorn. Many people will suddenly want to explore their surroundings, and make sure you do so with knowledge and not naivete. Many experiences and themes around sexuality will pop up. This will create a lot of attraction between the opposite sexes. Many books, podcasts, performances will be published around these topics. Don't lose yourself in desire. Remember, Venus can be the devil. There's nothing wrong with desire, but the attachment to the desire is what brings suffering. This is highly explosive energy with many extremes. Extreme events may occur within the government this month or by the government to its own people. On this day, Venus will be in Purvashara, which is ruled by Venus. This could possibly intensify the matters of war, as Purvashara is fanning the flames, and it's about aggressive acts and the declaration of war. Mars will be in Uttarashara, and it has with it very similar warlike qualities. This includes acts on water, like the Red Sea, and in foreign lands. This could bring a transformation or many deaths. Some may see their finances transform. This depends on your karma, but in this pada, it has to do with a lot of material wealth that can actually come to you without having to do hard work. Jupiter is finance, and this is in the nakshatra of rebirth, so there could be some highs and lows in the stock market. Partnerships will transform or die out, and some may become aggressive and passionate or very attracted to their partner, so be careful about becoming overly obsessive. This will be the beginning of the themes revolving around social class, which will continue this month. Mars will enter Capricorn on February 5th. Mars is exalted here. Now, Mars here will amplify the transformation of Jupiter and make it manifest. This transformation is within the government, the leaders, and action needs to take place. This will involve Jupiter themes that I mentioned previously. This can result into extreme violence because of the Mars exaltation and Jupiter's placement in this nakshatra of death. This can be against the government or the government on its own people. Ketu will transit into Hasta, and that is on February 7th, or it is on March 3rd, depending on if you use the true note or the mean note. Now, much research will be made into the medical industry, alternative ways of healing due to this research. Ancient ways from the ancestors will be made new again. Some of these ways can involve the hands. There could be a loss of physical jobs due to technology, and those who work with their hands or in the medical field may see this loss. Now, the new moon will be happening on February 9th. Now, that's in Dhanishta, which translates into the wealthiest or the most famous or the most heard of. Think of the ultra rich, supermodels, athletes, artists. There will be a lot of victory in the music industry and the entertainment industry. During this time, many people will be influenced by the negative aspects of the government and the media. So caution is best, and it's best to listen to the rhyme of the universe, as it is the universal mind, to beat at your own drum rather than what you're being told or told to listen to, and success will come. This is also the mastery of the material world. Matters of weather and weather disasters can affect countries directly that transform the lands and create many deaths. This can also include farmland and agriculture. War in foreign lands, losses due to explosive events can be the topic, as well as enemies and new laws. Health matters will emerge. Government officials will be communicating matters of finance, possessions, reviews, and the national budget may be inflated and corrupt. Now, Venus will enter Capricorn on February 11th. Here, Venus becomes serious and practical in the matters of the material world and relationships. This will provide stability and provide material comfort after hard work. Now, at this time, we will have Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus in Capricorn, Jupiter in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, which will be exalted in Capricorn. So there's a lot of emphasis on the government and money, as Saturn will be second from Capricorn. So also family issues and possessions. Now, when Venus enters, this is the exact date and time that the Super Bowl starts, which is very interesting. Now, if we use Capricorn as the first house, then it's the 5th and the 10th house lord, and the 5th house has to do with entertainment, sports, gambling. It also tells us that this event is orchestrated by the government, which it is, and the CIA. This is Uttarashada, which is complete victory. This nakshatra is always used by the government. In one example, swearing in presidents, so that it does remain victorious and everything goes the way it was planned because of its promise of success. There is also the sun there, which is the 8th house lord, showing us that the occult is being used. It's not about entertainment, as when the sun is in Capricorn, it's more about controlling the masses. Sun will enter Aquarius on February 13th. So a big shift from government to humanity and mankind. Now, this is how we can serve the world instead of how the government can lead the people or control them. This brings unexpected events, as Rahu is the co-ruler. Mercury will enter Aquarius on February 19th. Our communication is turned towards the masses and how we can serve them. We become more sociable and independent. We start to think about the future in regards to trade and travel and what we can do to benefit all. We become innovative and focus on contributing to society. February 23rd, Mars-Venus conjunction will be in Capricorn in Shravana. So make sure that you are listening to your partner or any relationships, partnerships that you may have, or in business. This will be very important as arguments can happen due to this conjunction. This is also the media and the deception within it. Now on February 24th, we have a full moon, which will be in Magha. The moon will be aspected by Saturn. The population feels depressed and overworked. They are tired of the wars in the government. The harshness of life sets in. This has to do with money, family, and possessions, the harshness of war and health matters. The masses in home countries are vocal about this in some to extremes. These topics must be transformed. Those on the throne, those in positions of power, will feel this. Some leaders may die out. For people becoming too possessive in relationships and partnerships, that can end in conflict or aggression. These relationships must transform or end. And then on February 25th, the sun will be within 3 degrees of Saturn, and the exact conjunction will be on February 27th in Shabihista with Mercury that day, and the moon will make an exact conjunction with Ketu in Virgo, which bring up past issues of health matters. Also, this could be war as well, which are transforming because it is 8th from Aquarius and 6th to Aquarius. So transforming the matters of health, but that could be war, that could be strikes, that could be employment and obstacles, and that could include deaths as well. So that's just a little bit about what I see coming up in this month. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.